Hi, I'm Chris Dowd from CRM Central. In this video we'll have a very quick look at the MaxCUstomRecord web portal. We've had the MaxCUstomRecord application and following window for quite some time, and we're just in the process of converting that into a web form so it can be used from both the Maximizer web access program and also a custom tablet login, so you can use it from devices such as iPads. So let's just have a quick look at the Custom Actions program first to remind us what it's all about. So from our address book in our desktop version, we're going to click either through the Custom Actions menu or up here on the Quick Access toolbar. We're going to load the MaxCUstomRecord desktop application. So the first thing that comes up is the list of all the MaxCustom records that we have for this particular address book entry at this stage at CRM Central. Now there's a number of ways to configure MaxCUstomRecord. At the moment we've got it set for equipment, so basically all the fields in our forms are set to manage records such as machinery, etc. So if we just double click on this record here, we'll drill down into that particular record. So you can see we've got details of this particular piece of equipment, and obviously these forms are customizable. We would change the fields and the labels and the layout to meet your exact requirements. Now you can see over here that we're getting ready to be able to drill down into things like components and calibration details, service history and finance details, etc. So this is all just part of the standard MaxCUstomRecord as it is now. So let's have a look now at what happens if we want to use it from our web portal. So remembering that we can use it from the Maximizer web portal or from a custom tablet login. So I'm going to open up the Maximizer web portal, select the company that I want to manage. This is the same company that we just had in our desktop version. And under Actions, I'm going to click on Equipment. So this will open up a web page with a similar concept to what we saw in the desktop version, in that we will have a list of the products, again from the desktop version. We have a list of records, and this is the same list that we're seeing in the web portal. Of course, there's a bit more management that happens from the desktop version, but essentially we're going to see the same list, and we have the options to add or to modify our equipment. So these web forms really are just a mock-up of the program, but the web portal will be based on this technology. We will make it look a little bit prettier, and there will be a few more options on these screens, but essentially we're looking at emulating what we have in the desktop version, carrying as much over as we can into the web version. So what we saw then was the ability from our Maximizer web portal through the Actions menu to drill down in the equipment. Now this is great for people who are using the web portal from Windows Explorer or from Firefox on a Macintosh or PC. But for your users that may have a tablet in the field that's connected to the internet, you don't have access to this particular interface. So what we've developed is the ability to log in through a custom login form and basically give us the same sort of functionality as we just saw. So let's have a quick look at that. So from my tablet connected to the internet, I'm going to go to a page that's hosted on your Maximizer web server and pass through some Maximizer details so we make sure that nobody's going to accidentally get into this website. We really want to select our client first, and once we've selected our client, we're going to go to the same list that we saw from the Maximizer web portal. It's the same list and the same data as we'd access if we were opened up this program from the web portal. So the nice thing about this is that the interface is the same except for that first page, the access method to the details. But after that, the Maximizer web users and the iPad or the tablet users are also looking at the same data. Again, I do stress that these pages are really just basic yet, but we're working on them as we get time, and of course if the need arises we can devote a little bit more resources into the completion of these pages here. So that's it for this session. I hope I've given you enough to just show you what we can do and what we are doing, so that you have the freedom of accessing your equipment details both from the desktop version, from the Maximizer web access version, and also from any other tablet devices that are connected to the internet. So thanks for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon.